We are live on Campus Nation, live from Lincoln Tower Field. It is the home of the Ohio State Club Football Buckeyes, two-time defending national champions. They had to take a little time off for COVID, but two national championships in a row, and you can see those games that we did up to the national championship games on Campus Nation. And, of course, we're starting our next season with the Buckeyes here. They are hosting the Michigan State Spartans today, live on Campus Nation in the shadow of the Ohio State Stadium, 100 years this year.
Second down and 8. Fields in the backfield with Spencer Moore. We got two to the right at the top, one at the bottom. And there goes the whistle blowing. Wait a minute, now the whistle goes dead. Five-yard penalty, still first down. There was a 5-yard penalty in that first play, and I have not kept up on my football signals to know what that signal was. First down and 5. Penalty on Michigan State. Pass out here to the outside, picked up at the 30. And he gets about to the 32, 33-yard line. And that was a pass completion to John Shee, wide receiver. He's a grad student and 5'9" from Dublin, right here in Columbus. Again, Field still in the backfield with quarterback Moore. We got two to the right, two to the left. And fake handoff. Throws on the outside, picked up, bounced off, and he's in the clear, getting through, and there comes a penalty. And he got to about the 40, but a flag came down. Let's see what the flag's for. Holding Ohio State. That's what the signal is. Holding, and that play is going back. So now it's going to be second down and about 5. Live ball foul. Ball went back from where it was to the 35. So we're at 30, 30. 35 is the first down. So again, Field and Moore in the backfield. Got 3 right, 1 left. Fakes, throws to the right and overthrows. Oh, could have been picked off. Overthrew number 6, Casey Scroggins. I remember his name from last year. And luckily, the Michigan State player who was on defense of another player didn't see it coming, because if he did, he could have intercepted that. So now we got 3rd and 5 from the 30. Empty backfield. We got 2 to the right, 2 to the top. 3 to the right, 2 to the top. And here we go. Got it wide open, and he got it for the first down. And that was John Shee. John Shee caught that pass, but was hit immediately and brought down at the 36-yard line. And we got a first down. 1st and 10. Okay, we got again, Moore and Field in the backfield. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And handoff this time up the middle. Field is hit immediately and brought down. He's got about maybe 3 yards, 2 yards, I think, because it's from 36 to about the 38. And number 35 for Michigan State's helmet came off in the tackle. He had to leave the field for one play. Same backfield. We got 1 to the right, 3 to the left on this play. I think one of the differences I'm seeing is this quarterback is more of a straight passer, where Gerenstein's more of a runner and passer. And it's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for Ohio State. Abdou Keita caught the pass about the between the 30 and 25-yard line. Defender then falls down and he jogs into the end zone. Touchdown for Ohio State. At the 12-minute mark of the first quarter. Alrighty. And David Rive is coming in from Puerto Rico to do the extra point, number 35. It's up, and it's good. So Ohio State leads 7-0. Even though it's not on the scoreboard yet. I know it's 7-0. And kickoff also will be done by David Rive. Or maybe Rive from Puerto Rico. And it's up. And it's being caught at the 9-yard line. Coming forward, number 11, and he's getting through to the 28-yard line. Nice run back. Right up the middle. Broke a few tackles. Good blocks. And now let's see what the Ohio State defense can do for us now. Looks like Casey Scroggins is in playing almost looks like safety. And some other players out there that maybe played offense. Okay, and number 19 is their quarterback again. I do not have a sheet with numbers, so names and numbers. And he's going back to pass. Throws it along. Nobody there. Broken play, and he was wide open and overthrown. Led him just a little too far, and I don't know what happened there. If the defensive back thought somebody else was picking him up and let him go, but there was nobody within 20 yards of him if he'd have caught that pass. There was some sort of miscommunication on that play. All right, here we come back out again.
So we are here once again on the campus of Ohio State University for Michigan State, the Spartans at the Buckeyes, right there in the shadow of the shoe, so to speak. Live on Campus Nation. We're not going to try anything funny. We just want to get this game going. We want to get it off without a hitch for the second half. We had problems in the first half with bandwidth, I'm just trying to now get the camera so that it's set up straight and so that it's level. So I don't have to worry about that, among other things. That looks good. That's not so good. Let's try this. Let's try bringing that up just a little. And we do apologize for all those families that want to see their guy play football here. We don't normally have these issues, but occasionally we'll get these issues. There are a number of reasons why we can get that. One of the things that we have found, we get our bandwidth usually from Verizon's network. But one of the things that we do know, and we use a lot of iPhone besides our main camera, Verizon has their new ultra-wide service. And where we live in Columbus, North Columbus, it's everywhere. And there isn't anything that we know of that we can do to prevent from connecting to it. The regular 5G works fine, but it seems like when we get on the ultra-wide, we have all kinds of issues. Now, I don't know if this is just with Verizon. I don't know if there's another service where you don't have that issue, but we've certainly had our share of issues with Verizon ultra-wide. And I'll tell you, if I could somehow opt out of ultra-wide, which it's supposed to be faster, but I think sometimes with the faster, you get other issues that come about, and we've certainly experienced that with their ultra-wide service. For the most part, we have no problem with Verizon. Verizon service is fine, but and I'm just now trying to get the camera. The Buckeyes are to the left. The Spartans are to the right. The Spartans are just trying to stay limber until we can get this game underway, but our broadcast will start shortly. And once again, we apologize to all the fans out there, both Buckeye fans as well as Spartan fans. We normally, if we have issues, it doesn't usually end up taking this long to be able to run it down and correct it. But sometimes when you've got issues with your source of bandwidth, and where we are at a field where the Ohio State Marching Band, greatest band in the land, they practice on this field. Just had a new surface applied this year. Same thing with the soccer field that's in the background. They've got it cleaned up now, and as well as the shoe. The shoe had new turf as well. Ohio State replaced the turf on the soccer field, the practice field, the band practice field, and on the in the shoe. And that's what you're seeing now. The Block O on the field here and the field across the way. I just noticed they have sand volleyball. Let's see if we can pan over to that. They're playing sand volleyball in the distance there. I've got Joe turned off because Joe was doing a lot of talking, which Joe likes to do. All right, let me turn you on, Joe. I turned you off because I was afraid that
Well, I held my hand over, so
you'd be gabbing away.
And I was holding it, hopefully.
So anyway, we do have our main camera back. We do have the picture on our main camera, and hopefully we'll be able to do the second half without.
You got your main talker.
Without, yes, that's you, right? Of course, without interruption. I'm not going to use the handheld camera. I'm not going to do anything to.
Yeah, don't.
To interrupt what we are trying to do here.
I'm up here with 24, Samson Foster, who's out with an injury right now, too. He's
He's doing some film for the team.
Yep.
All right, Buckeyes getting ready to kick off. I'll get the scoreboard up to date, but right now, currently, the Buckeyes are up 31-10. I'll get the scoreboard up, and it'll be.
And there's the kickoff. Hits the ground, bounces, gets back to the 5, picked up, and number 11's got it. And he runs right, runs left. Oh, now he's going down the sideline on the right side, and. Man, it looks like Ohio State had him pinned back in the back, and then all of a sudden he gets out close to the 45-yard.
That was a good run.
Maybe the 40. Looks like the referee's got the ball in the 40.
All right, I'm going to work on the scoreboard.
I like the guys down here with the different colored bats helping the defense. They tell them what they're in cover 2, cover 1, whatever cover they're in. And then one is holding up bats to confuse the other team. And
all right, 31-10 is the score. I've got the scoreboard right, so everybody watching will be able to keep up with that. We're in the second half. Just started after they cleaned up some gobbledygook on the field.
Yeah,
there.
On the brand new field. And second man through gets the handoff and gates about 5 yards. That was number 23, maybe, I can't tell.
We've had some different circumstances up here with weather, Joe. We've had ice, we've had snow, we've had all kinds of things. And frequently we'll have wind, and we have wind because we're 3 stories up here in this tower. And it's used primarily for the marching band and to film the marching band as they practice the script Ohio and all the other famous moves they do. But it makes a great field for the club football team, 2-time defending national champions.
Pass that right, nobody with him, catches that at the 48, gets to the 45 across the field, and pushed out about the 42-yard line. So he caught it on the 48 of their own side, and then makes it to Ohio State's side to the 42.
Good pass, good catch.
And there must have been a broken coverage because he was wide open.
Rick Phillips with Joe Davis. Joe Davis, have you learned anything about these Buckeyes? Because you said a lot in the first half. We've recorded it, so we'll probably piece it all back together.
About this team itself?
Yeah.
Not really good on pass defense. That's their weak point, but very good on running the ball and passing the ball on offense.
You're talking about the Spartans.
No, I'm talking about Ohio State. The Spartans have a very good quarterback. He has a very strong arm and very accurate.
Do we have his name?
Number 16.
That's his name, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
And he throws, he's hit, but it was in motion. And he caught at the 22-yard line. Just as he threw, he was hit and knocked backwards. And he didn't get to see what happened, but the receiver caught the ball at the 22-yard line.
Well, the bottom line is it's a 1st and 10.
Usually does.
1st and 10 at the Ohio State 22.
So they're moving early in the game. They moved early. They moved very good the first time they had the ball in the game.
Yeah, they move up and down the field.
Ohio State was able to stop
defense.
them.
The defense stiffens, and all right. So the Spartans are coming up to the ball.
Oh, quarterback missed the ball and they fell on it. Oh my gosh! Ohio State was coming through hard. Number 23, the running back, went back and fell on the ball. Number 45 was right on top of him to tackle him for Ohio State.
Spartans still have the ball, though.
They still have the ball, but now it's like 2nd and almost 20.
We've got a couple Michigan State parents that are here to watch their guys play.
Right. There's several out there with Michigan State. Some from Pennsylvania and some from Michigan.
Yeah, I give them credit
there may be some from
Ohio. Travel a fur piece to come out and see their boys play.
You don't know. I mean, there could be some that the kids went from Ohio to Michigan State, and it's not that far for them. But
all right, Spartans up to the line again.
Right, 2 down, 2 top, 1 in the backfield. I think it's 23 in the backfield. Ohio State showing blitz, and They passed the ball to the 35-yard line and brought down immediately.
So it's still going to be about 3rd and 12 or 13?
Yes, about 13, yep.
Well, with that fumble recovery that the Spartans, they fumbled and they recovered, that put them back quite a ways.
Yes.
As you can hear in our on our
I'd say where
mics.
they are now, this is probably 4-down territory. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that entirely. Once you're past the 50-yard line.
Well, it
on the
depends
other
on
side.
how close you are for a field goal. With this wind, I'm thinking they may decide.
Well, it
to.
depends on where the wind is blowing, but like you say, we don't have flags to indicate on the.
Quarterback back. He's getting ready to get hit, and he got hit by 45. He held the ball a little too long that time, and 45 got through and got him. I say 45. Trey Jones, a freshman, 6 foot from Venetia, Pennsylvania.
So maybe that's the Keystone State parents that are here to watch their son play.
And I want to look through there. I've circled 2 or 3 from Pennsylvania. So, one from Sarver, Pennsylvania, one from Venetia, Pennsylvania.
Do you have the phonetic spelling of that, Joe?
Yeah, Eagleville, Pennsylvania. And a punt's blocked right back into the punter. Picked up by number 57 and tackled on Ohio State's side of the field. On Michigan State's side of the field.
So tremendous defense by the Buckeyes. They blocked that punt. They've recovered the ball, as you say, on the 47-yard line of Michigan State. So MSU giving up the ball there with that block, and Ohio State taking advantage.
Yeah, when at first I was thinking the side we want to be on, we want to be on theirs, but it's their side of the field. You defend your side.
That's right.
So Ohio State's on the Michigan State's 47. One in the backfield, and that is Jalen. No, it's not. It's Thiel. Told you I can't tell him.
We've called Thiel's name a lot, even though people haven't heard it because we haven't been on the air the first half. I mean, at least in the recorded part.
I called it a lot last year, too, because he played last year as running back.
Yeah.
Except I called him Thiel a lot.
Well, Joe,
but I got it right this
even
time.
a clock's right twice a day.
That's right. Jonathan Thiel in the backfield with a nice run. Got a first down. And here he is again. And he's running through again good. And he got all the way up to the 30.
So if you can keep running the ball, I guess you do it, right? Because you're eating up clock.
You got about 6 yards on that carry.
You got a 21-point lead. You can take all the time in the world to get in to score.
2nd and 4 from the 30.
Yep, second half from Lincoln Tower Field on the campus of The Ohio State University. Rick Phillips and Joe Davis, Campus Nation. After we worked out the technical bugs now, we've got the second half for you.
Right, 2 right, 2 left, and 1 in motion. And that's number 2 in motion. Finally throws it, caught. Good pass, good catch, and boom, tackle. But that was caught by number 10, Abdu Kida.
Down to about the 24-yard line. Yep, set up at the 24-yard line of MSU.
24-yard line.
Buckeyes coming up to the line.
10. More in the backfield with Thiel. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And a handoff, and it goes to the right side. He's open, and he got all the way to the 14-yard line.
Nice play, good run.
It should be a first down, I think. Oh, they're saying second down.
Second and less than a yard.
Oh, less than a yard.
Yeah, just inches, Joe.
Yeah, because they're saying they didn't give him all the way to the 14. They put it right on the 15. I thought the referee was marking the 14. Said he's on the 15, so he's got to get to the 14. That's what I thought. He was laying on the 14. Hand off again, and he got hit in the backfield. He's pushing forward. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think he might even have picked up the first down, didn't he?
No.
Does he have to get over the line?
They're marking him. Yeah, he's got to get to the almost right at the mark of the 14, and he's on the 15.
He still looks like he's about 6 inches short.
Yeah. Going up under center and then took it himself, quarterback sneak, and he got to the 14, a little over the 14, and they're moving it up.
Chains are moving. 6:49 remaining in this third quarter of play. I guess I should I should edit it so that it actually says third as well.
Third down.
I didn't change that. So many things I have to do.
And fake handoff the field, passes to 10, and he breaks free, and he gets in.
Got it.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. He fought hard for that. Abdu Kita caught the pass around the 5 to 4 yard line.
That was a great effort.
He was being held, pulled back and everything, and he kept pushing it and then stretched out and got the ball over the line for a touchdown.
That guy's been in the weight room, you can tell.
Oh, man. Are you that strong? Could you have done that?
Of course.
Sampson says, yes, he could have did it. Sampson Foster up here says, yeah, man, I could have did that. He's tight end. You probably do it all the time, don't you? Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me, Joe.
No, Sampson.
He looks like he's more of a basketball player.
He plays basketball too.
Does he? Okay, well, he's an all-around stud there, huh?
He was asked to play for Wilmington College. And that looks good. It was low, but I think it went through the middle. It did.
38-10, Buckeyes in the lead.
You can add good too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Shocked.
I went to college.
They got one player down there with his arm looks like in a sling. The red. Who's that? Red. Oh, he's a coach. Okay. Looked like he had his arm in a sling. I thought it was one of your players not playing.
Well, it's tough being a coach for Ohio State,
Somebody
too.
ran over him, huh?
They hit you a lot.
We got cool glasses, though. All right. It's going to be interesting if he sends a couple players up here or he sends up, because there's been several doing really good today.
We want to thank Destination Outlets Mall, where our WZAA 106.9 LPFM is located.
Where's that?
Interstate 71 and what's the bypass? 436 or 435 or whatever? Anyway.
It should be 35 because it's 35.
Well, it is 35, but it's also, I don't know what. All right, Buckeyes going to kick off now.
Buckeyes ready to kick off. David Rive from Puerto Rico. And it's up. And it's caught at the 4-yard line. Brought up. He's over the 20. Trying to go outside. Number 11. He's outside. And he finally got pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, it looks like the 39. I tell you what, we get them back, but they do a good job of blocking because it looks like we're getting right on top of them, and the guys are going outside and down the sideline and staying in bounds for a while. So they're getting the ball first and 10. I started to say first and goal. First and 10 from the 39-yard line of their own. Here comes Ohio State out there, already down over the ball. Ohio State just getting on the field.
Well, they better get there quick.
And here comes a player on from their side, so we're all right. 16 and 23 in the backfield for them. 2-1 in motion. Faked. Oh, handoff, and it was a bad handoff. I think there was a mismatch or something because he went to hand 23. He either went the wrong way or he was going to fake it, and 23 took it. I don't know, and it just didn't look good. And then 23 got caught about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he looked the wrong way or the quarterback, but when he went to handoff, it looked like he tried to keep it, and then the next thing I know, it was handed off, and he was being tackled at the same time. So 2 back, 2 down to the bottom, 2 at the top, 1 in the backfield. And he's going back. He's looking this way, throwing wide open, and number 6. Scroggins came out of nowhere, and he saw the pass coming, and he's playing safety, and he came over this way and knocked it right out of the hands just as it got to the receiver. Great defense by Scroggins. I like Scroggins playing for Ohio State because I had some friends that were named Scroggins, and they were rooted for that team down south.
Wasn't he a singer? Kenny Scroggins?
Could have been. That's your stuff.
Loggins in Messina.
Oh.
Kenny Loggins.
I said could have. I never
Joe,
heard
you're the oldies specialist.
But I didn't hear that guy, so I said, well, it could have been. You know, if you do that country stuff, and maybe you might have known a guy named Scroggins. I didn't know him. Uh-oh, throwing long. Oh, they got. Oh, is this his legs? That's not an interference. Shh, shut up. Don't you tell me that. You see it? Look, I thought their legs just got tangled, and if your legs just get tangled, it's incidental.
And those
Samson's
helmet
disagreeing
helmet
me.
at the crown of the helmet is incidental too, right?
Samson Foster is saying he sort of grabbed his shirt. I couldn't see that from my angle, sorry. But he can look at it on instant review and saw the pull of the shirt. Ball went back to the 50-yard line, and unlike pros, it goes so many yards instead of to the point of the foul, unless it's inside that 15 yards, and then it goes to that point of the foul.
We want to welcome all our Spartan fans out there that are tuning into Campus Nation. And fortunately, we are able to bring you this full second half, and we'll try to get something pieced together so that we have the full game on Campus Nation.
And throwing deep down the sideline, Ohio State intercepted it. He had position. It was underthrown. Ohio State saw it come and turn and did a good box out like in basketball and just shielded and got the ball and intercepted it. Ohio State now has the ball on the 11-yard line, heading the opposite direction.
Already leading 38-10 with 5:04 remaining in this third quarter of play.
And the key thing now with that kind of lead is, first, stop them from scoring. Keep them down, and that's what we did. Now, go down and add more to that score.
Well, they'll have to go 90 yards to do that.
But at least, they've got to score 28 just to get to where we are now, and if we add to it, it makes it even harder.
That makes sense, Joe.
Thank you. Some people say I never make sense.
This is like rocket science.
Somebody saying I make sense.
This is rocket science.
All right, we got up. I started to say 3 out to the right, but he came off the field. So we got 3 back out to the right and 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield. And handoff to Thiel coming through the middle, big hole, gets outside of a missed tackle, and then finally brought down about the 18-yard line. Great run by Thiel. When he hit the line, there was 5 feet on either side of him, it seemed like, and then a guy tried to make an ankle tackle, and he went right through that and then got tackled again about the 18.
Other than the wind that we were getting, this is a perfect day for football.
It is. Looks like it's 2nd and 4. Now we got Jalen in the backfield. He got the ball. He's going to the left side. He's out in the open. He's over the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 45, 30, 35, 20, 15, 10. And where are they going to take him out? I don't know. He went out inside the 5. They're taking him out all the way back to the 25. Oh, man.
So they said he stepped out at the 25.
25. Huh? And then we got a yellow flag back here. I hope it's not a block in the back. Hope it's a defensive holding.
It's against Ohio State, whatever it is.
It's coming back probably.
Fantastic run.
It was a great run.
Can't take the run away from him.
Holding Ohio State. Oh, we got one way back at the 20-yard line. There's 3 flags on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one's way back at the 20, which probably when he came wide and that
hold, yeah.
So that made him. He may have got through without it, but
you got to remember
maybe helped him
the hold could have freed him up. And,
right.
So you got to.
You hate the flag when he was by anyway, but you don't know. I don't know on this one. Maybe that hold let him get wide open, and
so that'll send the Buckeyes back.
We used a lot of clock on that though.
Yeah. So there's an official timeout. They're looking at the clock or pointing to the clock, or what are they saying? The ball's supposed to be at the, looks like the
21, 22.
22-yard line, something like that. And they're going to take the holding.
Yeah, they could have took that penalty. Oh, no, that's not a penalty. That was out of bounds.
Yeah,
2 penalties, one here, one there.
You're going to take the penalty, which obviously is going to benefit you the most. So now we have a second and forever.
Well, they put it back to the 11.
Yeah. So it's going to be a second and
10.
9.
I think the ball's on the. I think the marker's on the 11 and the 21.
Okay. All right.
What are you showing, Samson? Where's the first down marker? Okay, the 22. So it's either 10 or 11 yards for a first down. Well, the ball's on the 12 maybe, so maybe it's 10. 10 from the 12 to the 22. And here comes, I think his knee. Oh, he's grabbing his knee. Yes, he got tackled low and and then got bent backwards. He's in a little pain. Jalen Haley. Hope it's nothing serious, because you looking at it here. Yeah, he got hit low and then pushed back, didn't he? Not the saw originally. Ooh, yeah.
All right, if we find anything out, we'll get that information to you as soon as we find out. But for the time being,
you know what that feels like, because that's the same area you're. He's getting up.
Yeah, and he is putting some weight on the foot, so
yeah.
It's not. Yeah, he's walking
he's
off
walking.
the field now.
He's got a slight limp, but he's walking. So
all right, good.
I think it was painful at the onset, and maybe he'll be able to walk it off.
His teammates are out there just checking it out.
He's walking a lot better now, so we might see him back out on the field later if they need him. It depends on how much they need him. They may keep him out just for safety reasons, or they may put him back out there a little bit. He's being checked out on the.
So the ball is at the, 15?
14.
Just short of the 15, 14?
Yeah, 14-yard line. My eyes are better than yours, evidently, because I see him at the 14.
It's the angle, Joe. I'm at a different angle than you are, further up the field. So
I see the white check
look
mark.
Back, but anyway.
All right. 3rd down and at least 7 or 8. Looking deep, throwing short. Got feel and taken out just over the 30-yard line. And that is a first down.
First down, Buckeyes. This wind is playing havoc with just about everything.
And the key to this whole thing is we're using up a whole lot of clock in this since we've intercepted that pass.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea.
Haley's over here running, so he's looking good. Thiel got tackled about the 35, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Hey, we got 2 guys here grabbing face mask.
Oh, look at the yellow 3.
Another one.
Well, everybody's got to get into the act.
Come on.
When you're a ref,
Well, one referee threw 2 flags. One referee threw 2 flags.
Do they have more than one flag?
Yeah, evidently, because he threw 2 of them. And he threw 1 on each player. And again, call it on the first one. Don't call it on both of them. I don't know who you're going to call on first, but nothing happens when you call it on both.
But
personal foul.
Same thing on both teams.
Yep.
So they're
offset.
They're going to offset. So, well, I mean, look at it this way, Joe. Normally, when something like that happens, it's the second guy that always gets caught.
Yeah.
But in this case, they both got caught. So.
Well, the referee was like, stop it, because they were probably doing it before they got seen, and then the referee seen it, and then the referee's taking stop, and then they're both mad and they're not stopping, and then so he throws a flag on both of them.
So you think they were probably upset with each other because they weren't going to eat at the same place after the game?
One of them said, I wanted to go to Cracker Barrel, and the other one says, I hate Cracker Barrel. Samson says, I don't like Cracker Barrel either, is what you said? And is he going to run? Moore's got it wide open. No, he passes, throws it up here. Great pass. Threw it up to David Cooper, wide open. I thought he was going. He could have ran at least 10 yards, but Cooper came open and they passed it to him, and he caught it.
To the 40
Got
of
to the 40 of
Michigan State.
The Spartans. Michigan State. Don't say the bad word.
Well, they're not really. They are
they're-
from Michigan, but
okay.
it's not the same thing.
No, they're not the same as the Michigan, but they're in that Michigan State, the state of
Well, I
Michigan.
don't have any problem with the Michigan State.
No.
It's a beautiful state.
Woody Hayes did. Oh, bobbled but picked up by
He retained it.
Keita, Abdu Keita. Ball hit him, popped up in the air, caught it again, and then continued to run for another 5 yards. Got the ball down to the 25-yard line.
Very talented receiver.
You know the cheer from Ohio State. We hate the whole state of Michigan.
I've never heard that.
You've never.
I'm probably a lot more
There's
forgiving
a few other
than you.
words in that I won't mention on the air.
Well, of course not.
I'm not like Charlie.
Have you seen Charlie lately?
No, I haven't. Facebook. Okay, and hand off immediately to Thiel back in, not
He's got
Thiel,
it.
but Haley back in the
Haley's
game,
open.
and he's going to go right on in for a touchdown from the 25-yard line. I think he healed up a little bit. He got over here and was doing some sprints and came back in, ran around the left side for 25 yards and a touchdown.
So when the scoreboard catches up with our scoreboard,
44-10.
48 seconds remaining, 44-10 currently until we do this extra point.
Can they take a knee and throw a white flag or anything? Or
A white flag.
yeah, we give
They're
up.
not going to do that.
Oh, Miami did.
Uh,
They ran out of players.
Wright State did a couple years ago. Yeah, unlike regular football,
They've only got so many players,
that's right.
and if you get
And
if you lose,
especially if you're traveling. If you're traveling from Michigan
yeah, but
to
Michigan,
Ohio.
I mean Miami was home, but they had several players injured during that game, and
Yeah, and two of
I
their
think they
best
had some
running
already
backs.
injured going into the game.
Two of their best running backs were
And
injured during
they
that
were
game.
like, hey, we've lost so many players, we don't want to lose any more, and we want to be able to play next week. So they actually surrendered the game to Ohio State, who had the lead.
Once again, you never get tired of this shot, Joe.
No, the
100-year-old complex. The shoe, the horseshoe, whatever you want to call it. It's a great structure. It seats about 106,000. Normally there are about 106,000 for
It's
a Buckeyes game.
It's the third largest major college stadium.
Largest is that team up
That
north.
team up north. And the second one, and the next one, might be Minnesota. It's in the Big Ten, and then the third is Ohio State. All three, the top three, are Big Ten schools.
Well, it's 45, right? Got to add on that extra point.
45-10, third quarter, 48 seconds left.
Buckeyes came in ranked number 1 in the country. I think Michigan State came in ranked number 8. Both teams were undefeated, 1-0. Barring any tremendous upheaval in the fourth quarter, I would imagine that Ohio State will go to 2-0.
Here we go. It's up. It's long. It's coming down about the 9-yard line. And going to the outside again, as they've done. And this time he made it to about the 31-yard line.
They like their
Or
right.
36-yard line. There's the flag again.
They like their right side.
This is in front of their bench.
Do you think something was said from the bench?
I don't know. The flag landed in amongst their players. I don't know if Ohio State pushed somebody over there. Could have been that. So we'll find out. So originally it's going on the 35-yard line. Let's see what happens here.
Didn't go out of bounds.
Personal foul, Ohio State. Personal foul, Michigan
Offsetting
State.
again.
Again, offsetting. So
So a
kiss
little,
your sister at the prom.
Little bit of chippiness.
Go to the prom, kiss your sister on the cheek. That's what I call penalty on each team at this,
So did
All right.
you say you wanted to go to Cracker Barrel after the game, Joe?
And handoff to the first man through and got about 3 yards. And that was 23, I think, 25. 23 and 25 are back there, and I can never tell which is which till they turn around. 25 is the one that got up, ran that ball for Michigan State. So if anybody from Michigan State's listening, I hope you know their numbers and you know who ran the ball. Yeah, usually they give us this, the other team's roster with names and numbers. We didn't get one this week.
I don't recall them ever giving us the rosters, but if we contact the team that we're going to play, we might be able to get them to send us the roster so that we'll have both rosters this next time.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
So we're going to go to
Ohio
the
State
other end of
leading
the field.
45-10.
We'll put the
I
camera
was going to
down
say I had
there.
10 minutes going up. 10, 11, 12, 13,
edit.
14, 15. There we go. Well, I thought we was going to have a short fourth quarter for a minute when they only put 10 minutes up.
We've got our furry friend downstairs. He keeps barking. He approves.
Yep. We do have a fairly large crowd, I heard today.
We have a very good crowd today. We have a very good crowd.
There's a hillside, and it's like watching the Little League World Series, and there's chairs.
That's right.
They're sitting on blankets or sitting on chairs.
We've got, I assume, some Michigan State fans that are on the opposite side of the field, and they're sitting on the turf there between the soccer field.
You can see it over there, yes.
But we have a lot of people, a lot more than, I'll tell you, probably a lot more than I have seen at any game up to this point.
Right.
Even our not national championship, but the league championship games that we've had here, I have not seen that many people.
And there's a few Michigan State fans scattered in this group, but there's a lot of people out there, a lot of red. And here we go. Long pass going down the right side. He's open, but he overthrew him. Number 2. He had the Ohio State defenders beat by about 2 yards. If that ball would have fell into his arms, he probably had TD. This quarterback is got a strong arm.
Very strong arm.
Very strong arm. I mean, he threw that ball 20, 30, 35 to 40 yards down the field. Maybe longer than that because I'm going by the yardage line of scrimmage, and he was behind the line of scrimmage, so probably 40, 45 yards minimum. He threw that ball in the air, so that's and it still had power. All right, we got 2 down here. We got 2 up north, and we got the quarterback and 1 in the backfield. Quarterback's going to throw to the outside. Defender on him, but lets him get by, and then he finally gets tackled for a first down. He was right on him, but as he turned to make a move, he grabbed a little bit of shirt, got through him, and then later was brought down by Ohio State. But I think number 14 took him out, which is James Smith. From here, sometimes 14 and 11 look a lot alike. It's from a distance. It's
remarkable.
It's better when they turn completely around and you see their back. You can read their backs pretty good, but when they're facing you, it's hard to see that number. It's a little smaller on the front than it is the back, and red on black is not that easy to read. You got 2 dark numbers. Red's considered a dark number, and black's a dark number, or dark color. And ball will snap low, comes out. He's starting to run. He's got a hole, and he gets about 4 yards. Got up to the 45-yard line of Ohio State. And the key here for Ohio State is just make them, if they're going to move, make them take a lot of time, a lot of plays to move. Used a lot off that clock.
So as we've said before, Ohio State were national champions in 2019. Then there was a skip for COVID, and then again the year of 2021. So they had what would be considered back-to-back national championship years in the NCFA. And I'm going to pull up the schedule so we can give you a little bit of an inkling of other broadcasts that we're going to be doing.
Oh, man, late handoff. Oh, I hope you got that on air because he handed it off to the player who was a little wide from him. As he took the ball, he literally held it onto his back and then slid it around to run. If there was a defender there, that could have been ugly.
So, Joe, we are not going to go away on October the 1st to Loyola, but for those of you in the Chicago area, you can always go and see your local team play against the Buckeyes. Then when we come back on October the 8th, Joe, you're not going to be with us. It's going to be Matt Baker and crew. Matt Baker did last year's Wright State game. This will be at Wright State. Last year it was at Wright State. I don't know why they've done it 2 years in a row, but I guess it doesn't matter. You and I both graduated there. Matt went to school there. I think he did some graduate studies or something at Wright State. But anyway.
I got a volleyball match that day.
And, so you're going to make big bucks.
I'm going to make a lot more big bucks than I would be here, yes.
Then October the 15th, 16th, we are off once again, and we'll be back home on the 23rd of October with a game with Oakland. Oakland always a powerhouse in the league.
And we're blitzing, and throws it deep, and he overthrows.
Just missed him.
Yep. Ohio State had his hand on his hip as he made him move. I was hoping they didn't call holding there.
Then last year we tried to get, because Ohio State's going to play at Denison, their JV team. Last year we tried to get into Denison. We could not get permission to do the game at Denison. They didn't broadcast the game. We also tried to do a game last year at Mount Union. We don't have them this year, but they once again denied our coverage. But we'll be back November the 5th for a home game with Miami, the Red Hawks.
And is that a quarterback keeper? Because they only needed 1 yard. 4th down and 1, and he got about 3. So first down, quarterback just went up the line of scrimmage, got under center, and took it himself.
Then November the 12th and 13th, the Great Lakes Conference Championship. That's going to be determined. It's going to take place at a noon time, but we'll have to wait to see who's going to participate in it. Ohio State has been in it the last several years.
You know where it's at?
Well, no, we won't know because they award it usually to the team with the best record.
Okay. I didn't know if it was already picked site or if it was the home team.
No.
Okay. Good play. Good defense there. The receiver went out and came back for the ball, caught it, and the defender stayed with him. As soon as he caught it, grabbed him and took him to the ground. So that was good defense.
Once again, November the 19th, the NCFA semifinals, and that is to be determined as to where it will be and what time and all that. And then the national championship game this year will be December the 3rd. And last year, I think, in fact, maybe the last couple years, it was in Pennsylvania.
Right.
But we didn't do those games because they're broadcast by the NCFA broadcast group, I guess. But we're going to see if maybe we can horn our way in to do that game. I think we could do a good job. We'll bring the full.
They need me.
We'll bring the full crew and leave Joe at home.
Yeah, right. 2 top, 2 to the bottom, 1 in the backfield. Number 23, Levin in motion, and showing blitz. Here they come, and there goes the pass long to the end zone. He's open. He caught it, and I think he went through. Oh no, the referee's saying he was down at the 1.
It's all right. Good pass, good catch.
He caught it and turned, and evidently his knee hit at the 1 before he got the ball in. I was worried that the ball broke the plane by the time the knee hit. Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Mr. My guy up here doing the filming, he agreed with me. He thinks it was a touchdown.
Well, the ball is actually at, the 2-yard line?
They're putting it at the 1.
1-yard line. Okay.
Just need a little more clock. Quarterback sneak again, and yeah, he's way in. He's a big boy. Number 16 for them went right in.
So 45-16 currently.
7:46 left in the game. And if they get the extra point, it'll be 45-11.
What?
And you had
What are you
30.
subtracting?
Huh?
It's 45 to 16 currently. It's just
Well, it's
not,
showing 10 on the. I'm looking at the thing.
it's not showing it.
Oh.
It's not. They don't.
Well, I'm
update
looking
it.
at the score clock.
Our scoreboard updates much faster than theirs.
Okay. I didn't look at our score clock. I looked at theirs.
Michigan State fans are pulling their hair out at you, Joe.
45 to 16. This will be 45 to 17.
Very good.
Oh, man, he had to move the ball, but he got it down in
But
time.
it is good.
So 17, 27, 37, 28-point lead at this time.
7:46 remaining in the, they say third period, but obviously it's incorrect too.
Well, like I said, you wonder why I said 10 a minute ago. Yeah.
Someone is asleep at the wheel as far as the scoreboard.
I don't know who's doing the scoreboard, where they are. I think they're right below me somewhere. I don't see them.
Well, they hear us now. See, look, they've updated now.
No, they didn't. It's still 3.
It's 45 to 17 now, Joe.
Well, they got the 10 but they still have the 3 up.
Well, maybe they
If
don't.
they could
Maybe
hear us.
that button isn't working. Maybe there's no 4 on the scoreboard. I thought we were supposed to get a new scoreboard. Didn't they say something last year about a new scoreboard?
Ask Mr. Foster here. I mean, do they supposed to get a new scoreboard for here? See? He know, like me, didn't have no
All
idea.
the money this college, this university has, they can't afford a new scoreboard for their. No, look, it's the 4th period now. See?
I see. They
There you
are
go.
listening to it.
They are listening. Yes, they're probably watching the stream. So I get the camera back out on the field here. So the Spartans are going to kick off.
I would be, yeah. I was going to say I'd look for an onside kick, and all of a sudden look at all how many High State players are up.
They got the hands guys in.
They're expecting the onside kick.
Well, it should be. That makes perfect sense. No.
And they kick off deep. And he's got nobody to block. Here he comes, 20, 25, 30, 35 as he rolls over.
Good return.
Well, with all these guys there, they just turn around and blocked them quick, and that gave him a long area to go before anybody was around him. Then he got through the first wave, but then the second wave got him.
Well, again, I'm going to thank Destination Outlets Mall. They're on Interstate 71 at 35, south of Columbus, about an hour south of Columbus. And they've got great things going on there besides our WZAA studios and Campus Nation location, our studio there. They've got all kinds of new stuff going on there. They got a bowling alley going in, a pub.
I think they're a little less than an hour because it's an hour to work my exit at Wilmington. So it's about 40 to 45 minutes from Columbus. Pass. Go, go, go. He's going for a touchdown. Go, baby, go. Number 15, Praise Olatoke. Or Olatoke.
Oh, that fired the fan base
Yeah.
up, didn't it?
It did. Olatoke. He caught that pass, threw it out to the outside, missed. The one guy went to get him, missed, and he was gone. There was nobody around him, and he's got speed. And
A cloud of
he
dust
took
and
off.
thunder. So we're waiting for the
I
extra
like that
point.
name, Praise Olatoke.
So currently 51 to 17 now. Buckeyes scored very quickly. I don't know whether that time is actually correct.
Well, nothing else on there is, so why should it?
Well, they've got the 4th, period now. 17 is correct for the Spartans. They're now changing the score for the Buckeyes, 51. Oh, they're putting 52 up. They're already going to give him credit for the.
He just made it, so might as well give it to him.
Okay, I'll put it up on ours.
Why would he get? He's not putting it up before he kicked it.
And it's 7:26, if that is correct, remaining in this football contest.
See, if she'd have came and brought her dog, you'd have had somebody for her to go talk to.
That's right. Well, Sydney, she had other work to do. I keep her busy,
Is that it?
Idle minds, got to keep them
Yeah.
busy. But anyway, the wife's got to.
She wanted to come and you wouldn't let her. That's
At
just say it
Sam's
that way.
Meats in Wilmington, Ohio. Joe, have you ever eaten at Sam's Meats?
I just ate there the other day.
Very good, very good. but we're not eating there today because it's too far for me to
Too
drive
far
and
away.
come
It's
back.
probably not open right now.
Well, it isn't open on Sunday, I don't think.
Do you have a new kick? Oh. Yeah, I think we might have a different kicker than normal.
You know the trampler name in the area, don't you? Down in Wilmington. And,
This is Surya Pukins Rainthri. Pukins Rainthi.
Did you do that phonetically?
Oh, yes, I did. And kicked off. They received it at the 20. He's at the 30, 35, 40, and taken out of bounds about the 43, 44-yard line. Let's see where they mark it.
You know, their returns have been very good today. They've got a good quarterback with a strong arm. Their return game is pretty strong. They always have good field position. They've made a few errors, had some balls taken away, but other than that, you know, the Spartans, they're not a bad team.
No.
7:12 remaining, 7:11. The clock is running now. 7:11 remaining in the contest. You're watching CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. We've got a full second half of play in the books after the end of the game here, and we will try to piece together the first half and put that up on the site so you'll be able to see everything.
All right. You've got some new faces on defense out there. Oh, bad handoff again.
Well, the quarterback muffed the
snap.
ball, and
then he
so
turned.
The handoff was all the timing was off. That's what happens.
I think because of where he turned to get the ball after it bounced off of him, he was in the wrong direction to hand the ball, and then he had to turn around, and then it just slowed everything down.
So with the Buckeyes going to Loyola and being in Chicago this coming weekend, the Clinton Massey Falcons, who we also follow at the high school level, the defending state Division IV champions, they're going to be at an away location, Western Brown. We don't have coverage there. We've got the week off. I don't know what we're going to do with all this time.
Long pass, caught it around the 50, gets to across the 50 to about the 47 of Ohio State.
We're going to have to figure out a program.
They're giving him the first down.
You need to figure out a program that you're going to do, Joe, for WZAA.
A program?
Yeah.
Oh, me singing oldies?
No.
Why?
Those oldies are going to be overnight only, and I don't even know if they're going to be overnight. All right, Ricky Nelson, stop.
And handoff to the first man up, and he gets hit, and he pushes forward to about the 44-yard line. So he got about 3 yards.
I met a guy, he was in radio. He still fools around with it. He's got a home studio.
He fools around?
Well, he fools around with radio.
Oh.
He's in Indianapolis, and he wants to do a program. Well, the good thing about our studios now is we have the capability remotely to bring in anyone from anywhere. So, and Dave is going to be doing one from Campbellsville, Kentucky. What are you laughing at, Joe?
No comment. All right. And fake the handoff, and
look at that
ball
hit.
got hit, and he was
That
getting
was
tackled as he was trying to hand off.
That was a monster hit put on by number 20 what? 20.
Yeah, you tell me. Come on.
Well, he has to turn around.
I know you got to see.
21. 21. Monster hit.
He gave me a fist bump as he came back from halftime.
Is that how you
Yes.
broke your hand?
That's how I broke my hand. I tell you what, it was a
Well, that hit, my ribs hurt just watching that. He put that in
He
the
did
bread
a good. Look at the
basket.
muscles on that guy as he walks away from us right there. Oh, starting to show blitz. Here they come in again. Throws it long. He's wide open. Nobody around him. And he drops
he
the
missed
ball. Nobody around him. He dropped the ball.
I think that what happened was it was on the wrong shoulder.
Yeah. I think he was looking outside and it came inside.
Right.
And
I think in all honesty,
it died a little bit on him, I think is what happened.
It was on the wrong shoulder, and he
because he was like all ready to watch it here, and all of a sudden it came back here. And I think the wind sort of played a little havoc with him there on that long pass. Although it's not blowing up here right now. I'm going to be thankful for that.
I don't know whether it's my cable or what, but I'm
fourth. Oh, this is fourth down. I was getting ready to say, what down is this? I couldn't find the down marker. It's right behind the official. Fourth down and long, about 14. So he's got to get down to about the 36, 7, 8, about between the 37 and 38 yard line. Going back, he get blitzed. He's trying to get his fourth down line. I don't even know why you gotta keep going as much as you can. So Ohio State takes over right at the 50, just over the 49-yard line of the Spartans. Ooh, 14 limping off the field. That is James Smith. Well, I can pronounce that name.
But can you spell it, Joe?
Yeah,
can you spell it?
I don't know. Smyth. That's how that Auto Parts spells it in Wilmington.
Yeah, but they don't pronounce it Smith.
No.
It's Smythe.
Oh. All right, 49-yard line, 1st and 10. I look to see a lot of running plays here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, there's no reason to put it in the air. No reason to put it in the air.
And handoff to Thiel, and he's getting good. Oh, here comes.
Flag in the backfield.
Okay, wait a minute. 66 on us?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it said late hit. Usually the late hit's on the defense, but it's like on the offense.
He was not happy.
No. He turned around when he saw the flag. He turned around. Was that on me? Did you see it? Did you pick it up on there? What did?
You mean did I pick up the late hit?
No. Come on. Boom! There it is. That wasn't that late, was it?
So it looks like what, a 2nd and 8?
2nd and 8, and it's going to be longer than that. It's going to be 3rd and long because we just lost 3 or 4 yards on that run.
Yeah, we got to get all the way up to the 41-yard line.
Field, they handed off the field, and he got caught running around to the outside.
39-yard of the Spartans. So it's 3rd and forever.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15 added on to 25 yards.
3rd and Marysville.
3rd and quarter of a century. 43 seconds.
Give it to Tony.
Simpson's giving him directions up here. Thiel's got the ball running around the outside. He's going to get to the original line of scrimmage, past it to the first down, and then finally taken out about the 20-yard line. And I think can probably take a knee now.
Yeah, that would make sense. And the clock continues to run with 18 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah, even though he went out of bounds, so they won't even go back out on the field. There's the ball game. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, we get it, Joe.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, there's the horn. Hey, man, once you start, you can't stop.
That's right. So the Buckeyes go to 2-1, and the Spartans drop to 1-0. They go to 2-0, and the Spartans drop to 1-1.
1-1.
Right.
Right.
So I would imagine that the Buckeyes once again will be number 1 in the nation with the updated rankings. Want to thank everyone for tuning into Campus Nation. Once again, we apologize for all the problems we were having with bandwidth in the first half. But
at least you got to hear me.
Well, that's true, yeah. But we did get the second half in, and we will see if we can put together some other of the video from the first half. We went ahead and recorded the whole game, and we do as a backup. So we've got that. We'll probably place it on the website, and then you'll be able to look at first half as well as second half. First half, since we had all these problems with the bandwidth. But so, Joe, where are you going to be next week?
Next week, I'll be doing volleyball somewhere. Is it a Sunday or Saturday game?
In Loyola?
Oh, that's right. We're not doing it. So
No,
it's not,
no,
yeah.
no, because
I'm probably
you couldn't afford to
sitting at home
pay for
taking a nap in the afternoon.
Well, old people like you normally do that.
I try to do it as much as I can. Unfortunately, I got people who call me and ask me to do a favor, and the next thing I know, I don't get to do what I want.
You're in such demand, Joe.
I am.
So once again, from Lincoln Tower Field on the campus of the Ohio State University.
He may send up.
He's going to send up someone to talk to us?
Well, he said before the game he may forget, so let's wait and see if he sends up anybody. I don't want to go
All right,
cut off.
I'm going to put the camera on the field. I will go down and say something to someone, but I have to go to the little boys' room. So
okay.
I didn't get to do that since I had to get busy at halftime. So, Joe, don't say any bad words while I'm gone or like that. And we'll try to
we
see
have a live
if
thing in case they come up. I can go ahead.
It's live. All you got to do is put the headsets on.
All right. Oh, getting a team picture. I got James Grega Senior. I don't know. Are you a senior or not? Junior. I remember seeing it. And yeah, they put those on. Okay, give me your quick thoughts of the game and your players. Yeah.
Sure. I thought, anytime you've got your starting quarterback and your leader out, we'd planned for that, but it's still you're not quite sure how your team's going to respond, man. And I thought those guys. Sorry, I'm a little out of wind. That's a lot of steps there.
Yes. Tell me about it.
But no, I thought we responded well. I thought Spencer Moore. I mean, unbelievable. I don't think he could have been, other than the interception that he threw, I don't think he could have been more efficient. So
yeah, I think that looked like it might have slipped out of his hand a little bit, or either he's trying to put some air under it for the player, and he just
he just made the wrong read. He just made the wrong read. We were trying to attack the middle of the field, and he went wide. Corner sat on it, made a nice play. So, there's growing pains. It's his first start as a quarterback, but I thought all things considered, he played unbelievable.
If that's the only one he's going to make for the whole game, I thought he did a great job. You had some other guys step up that did very good. Scroggins played a very good game, offense and defense.
I mean, Casey's, one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. I mean, Casey's a guy who could have walked on at Ohio State, decided he was going to stick with his academics and play for us. I mean, he's an all-world player. I mean, offense, defense, special teams, he does it all for us, and we make sure that he gets the ball as much as he can. And, I couldn't be more proud of him. And I think if there's any player on our team that I know what I'm going to get week in and week out, it's from Casey.
Jalen Haley, Jalen Haley did a great job, and a little scare one time when his knee got grabbed at the bottom, then got bent over, and but he came off limping and worked on and came back in the game.
Yeah, Jalen's a tough kid. Led the league last year in rushing yards, and so far this year, our backup John Thiel has actually kind of taken the reins and been our starter. But we've got a great two-headed monster at running back, both kids, and they love each other. They love the competition. And we really can't go wrong with either one of them. So I'm really proud of the way they both played today, and they both had to tough through some injuries. But
and when he's not running, he's receiving.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them are receiving threats out of the backfield. They both got great hands. They both have great burst out of the backfield. So they're very multi-dimensional backs.
And praise Alatoki. He had a great play, a couple of plays in the game.
And I felt bad for him because he's a guy who he was a track star for Ohio State, on varsity on scholarship, and he's never played American football before. And so he decided he had one semester left of school. He said he's out of NCAA eligibility, so he thought he'd give American football a try. And last week was held without a catch, had a drop early in the game, and I thought that might be tough for him to come back from. But man, he really we decided late in the game we were just going to try to get him a little slip screen, something to get his confidence up late in the game, and he broke a couple of tackles and took it to the house. So I couldn't be more happy for him. I mean, you saw how happy the team was for him. He's an unbelievable athlete. I mean, former Ohio State track star and sprinter. Yeah. If we can just get the hands right, I mean, he can be a weapon for us.
Because he had one, I think, in the hands. He just didn't
right
pull
through the wickets.
It down.
Yeah. If we can get him to be more consistent, I mean, he can be a really great third weapon for us, because you saw what Casey Scroggins and Abdu Keita can do.
Yeah.
So if we can get Praise right and just get his hands right, I mean, we've got a great three-headed monster at receiver.
Now, what do you know about Wright State?
Well, we've got Loyola next week.
Loyola next week.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, I'm thinking ahead on stuff.
That's our Wright State's after that. So,
yeah.
Loyola, they're a team that's been in our league for close to 10 years now. I know their best year was 2019. They were competing for the division championship or conference championship. I think COVID, as it did for a lot of teams, took a toll on them. I think their first game was actually today against Miami, so I'm curious to try to get film on that and see who won that game. Is Miami one of our biggest rivals, if not our biggest rival? So I'm excited to see what happened in that game. We don't know a ton because Loyola hasn't played yet this year. This week is their first game.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if they'd already played one. That's
no, yeah. So we'll see. Like you said, and then Wright State after that. This is a good Michigan State team too.
Yes, very good.
And we've seen two above-average quarterbacks at this level of football. With Michigan State's quarterback and then Brandon Motter last week at Toledo. We've seen some above-average quarterback play for this level of football. So
and they had a good line that gave him a lot of time.
Yeah.
I even saw you guys blitzing. We're going through, and they still were able to keep off of him most of the time. Sometimes they got through.
They're a well-coached team. They're a well-coached team. I know they had a rough season last year, Michigan State did, but I can't wait to see what they do the rest of the year in our league, because I think they're very talented. They've got a great quarterback and some great receivers. I think they struggle a little bit in the run game, but ultimately they're a great passing team and they're well coached, and they'll make a run in this league. Between them and Toledo, I don't know how the rest of the league's going to shake out, but obviously we set a goal to try to be in the conference championship game in November, and we might see them, we might see Toledo. I mean, I think both of those teams are excellent, and there's I don't want to discount Oakland or Miami either. So there's some good teams in our league.
We hope you're there. We hope you're there. We are there to watch you
we
and
would
to
love
do your
that.
games. Tell your players to you put it on. It's kept, right, the games. They can look on Campus Nation
Yes,
and they're with their parents or their parent telling hey, next if you couldn't watch it today, it'll still be there, and they can rewatch the games on there and watch their kids play. Nice having you, and appreciate it.
Thanks so much, guys, for coming. I appreciate your time.